happens by treating those law enforcement officers with the respect and the deference they deserve. It is important to remember that law enforcement officers are not policymakers. They are husbands and wives, mothers and fathers, sons and daughters. They are neighbors of this community.
Quiet in the chambers, please. Quiet in the chambers, please.
Like everyone else, they want to go home safely to their families too. Public safety is a core responsibility of government, especially at the local level, and we must never put politics above public safety. While we are a nation that values free speech, clearly and the right to protest, we must do so peacefully and lawfully. Protest is part of our democracy. Violence and obstruction is not.
So what does I do?
Anyone who undermines law enforcement does so at the peril of our city. Let's remember who we are.
Order in the chambers, please.
Respect the rule of law.
Sir, the gentleman in the blue shirt, sir, can you please sit down? Sir,
Section 998 of the Texas State Penal Code says I can protect myself.
Good.
Respect the rule of law. Respect those who came to serve and protect.
Lift the boot! Untrained mercenaries!
Decency. We are stronger and safer when we do.
Who's we? Fucking fascist!
He is an elected officialman.
Thank you! Thank you!
there are no restrictions on his ability to speak.
You call
Your Honor, order.
You called on the public! Your neighbors, that's who you called on, not elected officials! Boo! Yeah! Yeah! Why the fuck is he talking? Why is he talking?
Power to the people! Power to the people!
We're gonna recess.
No! It's our second recess. I don't even think we're going to be able to talk.
Ron Nuremberg was just about to speak. This is only speaker number 2.
No one wants to hear from former officials. We don't want to fucking hear from elected officials. This is the public comment.
There's a lot of control. We're about to start right.
What is he saying? He's just saying a block. What did he say though? What did he?
This state's doing
Public comment. You want to go sit next to her so she can talk? You can talk to her.
Okay. I don't want her.
Listen to the people. He has to keep it clear.
I just don't want her to say
Oh no, she's fine. She's fine. Public comment. City of San Antonio, public comment. Don't think Texas is not fucking fighting back. Half of us, half of Texas are blue. Half of Texas are blue. Abbott barely won his seat in the last election. This is a second recess because they were talking a lot of bullshit up there. We have agitators outside. Oh shit, who's that? What flag is that? Sorry, I'm not trying to get you. What flag is that? Oh no, she's with us, right? Do you want me to go with it first? Let me get the chill. Oh, what's that? Yes. Oh, tribal? Okay. Okay. The second recess, we wouldn't let them speak. I have 6, but you're San Antonio, so I'm not. Like right now, pretty much. Oh no. Can I have your spot? Oh, you can keep here. Okay, so keep that. I didn't keep that. Are you sure? Yeah. Okay, I didn't sign. I didn't sign up for public hearing. Oh, okay. I didn't sign up for it. Oh my god. Oh, okay. I have to order my list really quick. I'll keep the live going if you want to jump on and watch. Yeah, yeah. Okay. I will share it so that my followers see it, so that you get more people in. Yes. Because I don't promote the city on TikTok. I just wanted to end that live before, because if my phone dies, it won't save that. I don't want it to delete that hearing. I don't even know if I got the first outburst. Yeah, that was really good. That was good. Yeah. I'm worried that we won't be able to speak. They need to let us speak, not these assholes. They need to move. I was surprised people were clapping for Nuremberg. Like, what the fuck? Are you serious? Yeah, that blew my mind. Old people that probably voted for it. And all that bullshit shit McManus was saying.
I'm sorry.
No problem. This is San Antonio public comment, second recess. They're supposed to have a public comment, but they're letting a lot of politicians up first. And okay, be careful. Oh yeah, it's all over. We're about to be next to. Well, they just entered Maine, and now they're attacking Pennsylvania. And we're next. We're about to be the next Minnesota. We have a station here, ICE facility. We have a. I can't even talk. What do we have here? ICE facility. DHS. Here in San Antonio? Yeah. We have a place in Dilley, Texas that's holding children. I don't know if y'all are aware, but now the ICE is putting children in hotels. What the fuck are you putting children in hotels for? So this is a second recess. The last one, it was supposed to be 15, but it was like more like 7 minutes, right? Yeah. Yeah. There's a whole line wrapped around the building. We have Brown Beret here. We have coalitions here. We have agitators. I have video of a confrontation with an agitator from earlier. I'll post that later. I have to be real careful about what I post. Hi. This is San Antonio. Oh, okay.
I signed up for a link that was posted on Morgan's. I sent that link to my friend Ray. My friend Ray did sign up. I'm not on the list, but she is.
No, you go ahead, sir. I'm here all day.
Absolutely they do. Let me put a sticker up. Sticker. Pretty cool. Not approved. Oh no, I know they did that last time. Do y'all want to grab those chairs? I mean, no one's sitting there.
I'm good.
You're good?
Yeah,
Okay.
honestly.
You want to grab those chairs? Y'all want to go grab the chairs? Hold on.
Huh?
Go grab chairs. Just like, oh, y'all are fine? Okay. I'm old. Y'all are young. Like, I want a corner chair though, because
She's speaking. I know they cleared this room like upstairs. So I don't want to get caught up in the clearing of this room. That would be very minor.
oh, I know. I hope California does something like, okay, it's gonna get crazy again. I almost guarantee it. Almost guarantee it. Should we run a bet on? It's gonna get crazy again. You have your battery savers on? Put your battery savers on. Just in case. It's always good to have them on. Weston Martinez. Who's that?
I'm going to call the next several speakers up, so just so you're on deck. Frank Zamora, Elijah Payne.
They have to call them all up because we keep booing them all.
The only individuals that will be able to approach the microphone are those that are called up. Okay? Go ahead.
Let me take a screenshot of that.
City Council, thank you for the opportunity to speak with you today. It is a rare occasion that a council discussion generates this amount of interest.
Word?
So I believe it is because these are moments that define ourselves as a community. I believe that the soul of San Antonio lives in the trust that we built as a community. That trust is founded in the compassion we have for our neighbors. It's maintained by the dignity with which we act, and it's tested by our ability to know right from wrong. It's trust that makes our community truly safe. But right now, residents' actions are eroding that trust and replacing it with fear. And a fear of each other. But immigration isn't a threat to us, it's a strength. What really threatens our safety is unchecked power. What we're seeing play out across the country is abhorrent, and we have an obligation to stand up for our neighbors. an arm of the government acting as an unconstitutional paramilitary organization being used as a tool for intimidation. Accountable to every one man. And when they bypass the courts to punch our neighbors, it doesn't create safety, it creates chaos. It is un-American, it is undemocratic, and it is wrong. We can be a community of laws and a community of compassion. This is our tradition. We don't have the authority over immigration law, but we have the human obligation to treat each other with dignity. This is our collective call as leaders and neighbors. We keep our community safe. And when our local leaders, law enforcement, and neighbors come together, our shared resolve cannot be broken. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Whatever.
Frank Zamora, Elijah Payne, Naomi Stewart. Elijah and Naomi, please line up so you can speak right after Frank. Thank you.
He was not the best mayor, so I don't know if it's fucking who I was. But that's my opinion.
She has to be present to give that time to you.
Completely understood. I'll use my own time. Thank you. My name is Frank Zamora. I'm a former COSA and former state of Texas employee. And today I'm here to make the desperate plea that given the extenuating circumstances, we must cease all cooperation between SAPD and ICE.
You're funny.
We all know how we got here. Last November, this country voted for mass deportation now based on the well-funded lie that migrants commit crime at a dangerous or higher rate than the American people. Despite countless statistics and journalists debunking it, the migrant crime line still won at the polls. Now, I recognize the temptation of cooperating with ICE. It's quiet in red states right now. But the reality is that red states are calm because our governors have made us weak. We have adopted the very un-Texan policy of roll over and just let it happen. And we have given free rein to amateur thugs who have made it clear they have no intention of following the law. Last May, the Trump administration said it was actively looking into suspending the right of habeas corpus. 2 weeks ago, the Vice President informed ICE agents that they have absolute immunity. And only yesterday, as was previously mentioned, the Associated Press revealed that ICE agents were sent a memo telling them that they have the power to disregard the Fourth Amendment and enter homes without warrants. They have plainly declared that they will not follow the law. We cannot treat them as a law enforcement agency. I do not believe there is a PD in this nation that is perfect. But over the years, I have seen that SAPD does have a structure in place to ensure that its officers are investigated for breaking either the code or the law. And while that system is far from perfect, there is a system.
Okay,
so why are we asking the trained and the accountable to protect the untrained and the negligent?
What the fuck did he
say? Elijah Payne, after will be Araceli Herrera. Please line up after the speaker. Thank you.
Thank you, Kowalski.
Good evening, council members. My name is Elijah Payne. I reside in District 6. I'm also a student at San Antonio, Texas A&M. I would like to ask you all a couple questions. First question being, will local and federal authorities respect the civil rights of immigrants when attempting to detain or after having detained them? Following that, has ICE's recent conduct been constitutional or unconstitutional? Following that, does the city of San Antonio recognize ICE as an authority with absolute immunity? Following that, does the city of San Antonio recognize absolute immunity as constitutionally valid? Okay. Does the city of San Antonio recognize ICE's conduct in other states as unjust? Okay. I just want you all to know, as a resident of San Antonio, I take your silence as agreement, and
Yes!
nobody, not the president, and not any federal agency is above the law.
Please line up.
She's not here, but we said, can you repeat, please?
Okay.
Oh. Buenas tardes.
You have 8 minutes total.
Aquí estamos de nuevo. La gente pobre, la gente trabajadora. Que da su vida, su sangre, su sudor diario.
Yes.
Otra vez.
Here we are again, the poor, the workers, the people with a voice, trying to speak to you because we are the part of the basis of the society we have built this city to.
Ms. Herrera, please address the dais. Speak toward the dais. Speak toward the dais.
Okay. Y nos vemos con la cámara. Y nuevamente mendigando lo que no debemos de mendigar, nuestro derecho como seres humanos, como trabajadores, como personas que producen la riqueza de este país.
For something that we should not have to defend ourselves. The poor people, the workers, the ones who create the riches of the city.
Y ahora, viviendo terror, sobreviviendo, porque ahora estamos sufriendo los ataques de la migración, atacados por nuestro perfil racial.
We are still suffering the abuses of immigration, and we are still fighting the same
It won't let me
struggle
even put that on here.
Y no es justo.
I'm trying to do everything. It won't let me do anything.
No se imaginan el terror, el hambre y la miseria que está viviendo la comunidad que llega todos los días a nuestros lugares, a nuestras oficinas.
We are suffering.
Not even in Spanish? No.
Suffering. We are receiving people who are coming to us, to our offices, to tell us about their disease, their suffering.
Is that what it is?
Esta va a ser la generación de ciudadanos que nacieron en el país más traumada que ninguna parte del mundo.
This is a citizenry.
I'll just put if you know, you know. If you
they are being treated, they are not citizens, and they're being treated worse
okay.
than in any other country.
That's what I put. That's all I got. I don't know.
No comprenden, no defienden a su población, a sus ciudadanos, violan los derechos de todos, en donde sea, sin respeto, sin compasión y sin piedad.
They disrespect our rights. It is unfair what they're doing.
Shut the fuck up, Rita.
Are suffering. We're no respect and no pity.
No queremos que la policía funja como migración.
We don't want the police to function as immigration. Because we pay the salaries.
Ustedes que tienen ese cargo, no nos engañen, no se burlen de nosotros, no nos ven la cara diciendo, oh, no vamos a hacer nada, ni lo hacen.
Don't try to something and then you do it.
It's a meeting about ICE. We had 2 recesses already.
And instead of helping the people that are so poor. In these neighborhoods of poverty.
Pero perdimos ante un equipo que gana billones de dólares con sus negocios y sus juegos. Perdimos con ellos. ¿Quién perdió? Perdió el pueblo miserable, el pueblo trabajador, la comunidad trabajadora.
The people lost, and the people who won are the ones with the billions of dollars.
Ahora, por favor, les suplico, no queremos que nos engañen, que nos vean la cara, que no queremos que la policía
Thank you, Oklahoma.
como migración.
Don't take us for fools, and do not let the police function as an immigration tool.
No queremos, porque somos seres humanos, somos los trabajadores. Si la gente que trabaja se va de este país, ¿quién chicos va a trabajar aquí? Díganme,
We're the people who work here, we're the workers, and if we have to leave the country, who's going to do the work for you?
Exactly.
¿Quién lo va a construir? Si están deportando a la gente trabajadora.
Reporting the workers.
¿Quién va a cuidar a los ancianos si están deportando a los cuidadores?
Who's going to protect the older citizens, the people, when their younger caretakers are being deported?
¿Quién va a hacer todo lo que hacemos nosotros los trabajadores que ganamos sueldos miserables, sueldos de hambre, que a diario vamos a pedir ayuda porque no nos alcance todo el dinero que ganamos?
Who's going to do the work that we do the most work for the least amount of money? Who's going to do this work?
Por eso estamos agobiados aquí. Véanos el número grande afuera, indignados, molestos,
We're here in large numbers.
desesperados, frustrados, porque no escuchan nuestra voz, porque ustedes no hacen nada por defender a su propio pueblo. Por esta razón queremos que nuestra cara nos digan la verdad. La policía, aquí están las manos, aquí están los demás, que en nuestra cara nos digan que nos van a defender o que no nos van a defender, que nos van a dar la espalda, que no lo digan ahora, que no sean hipócritas, que digan la verdad.
Tell the truth, tell us if you're going to protect us or not. Don't say you speak and not say precisely exactly that you will defend us.
Nosotros merecemos justicia,
We deserve
merecemos
justice.
trabajar, producir tranquilamente.
We deserve being able to work and live calmly.
No queremos ser atacados, no queremos ser acosados, golpeados y asesinados
We don't want to be attacked or murdered
por el simple hecho de salir a trabajar,
just because
de
we don't
salir
have
a
to work.
producir, de salir a
Because
limpiar.
we need to do something.
Merecemos que nos defiendan,
We
por
deserve
eso
defense.
votamos por ustedes,
That's why we
por
voted
eso
for you.
pusimos ahí,
That's why we put you
para
where
que
you
nos
are.
defiendan,
So
para
you
que
can defend
hagan
us.
algo por la comunidad
For the
trabajadora.
community.
Por eso estamos aquí.
This is why we're here.
Indignados, levantando la voz,
Raising our
gritando
voices and
de
saying,
coraje, porque no hay justicia
There's no
para la
justice
gente pobre,
for the poor
no hay
people.
justicia
There's no
para la
justice
gente que
for the
trabaja,
people who
no hay
work.
justicia
There's no
para los
justice
seres
for
humanos
those
que
children
no
who are being poor, the immigrants.
piedad a los migrantes, piedad a la gente
Pity for
trabajadora.
the immigrants, pity for the workers.
Que no sea la policía ICE, que no juzga,
Don't
que
turn
no
the police
utilice
into
de
ICE.
intimidación,
Thank you.
que no
Thank
entre
you.
las casas a asesinar a la gente.
Alberto Peña.
Oh, it's nice. Be careful.
Okay, Alberta Peña, followed by Maria Pippin and Bonnie Lowry. Please line up.
All right. Guys, there's 300 years of history here. 300 years of history.
300 years.
Apparently, we're fucking up again.
Ooh.
And we need to understand that there's things support that we need to take away. Logistics, information. We can't help ICE. We can't enable them to do this. Because let's be honest, there's so many of them that are untrained, walk around with a gun, and not having the experience. We don't use the inventory test of your mind. No. All right. So, I voted for you, Mayor Ortiz. I voted for you. I know you're extremely sharp. I know you're extremely wise. Please use your knowledge to make sure these barriers of information are put up. They should not know where we are. They should not know what we're doing. They should not know anything. There must be no cooperation. Because even though they said that there is no access, even though they say that there's no cooperation, there is. It's in the form of intelligence. It's in the form of data. It's in the form of these points that are being noted by every single agency. And half of them don't even know how to write an email properly. So let's be honest, are you going to trust the FBI? Are you going to trust ICE? Are you going to trust people who are less qualified than you? People will die. You will determine the number of people that will. Minimize those deaths. Minimize the violence. There is nothing more and nothing less.
Maria Pippin, Bonnie Lowry, Ali Gutierrez.
My name is Dear Woman Jaguar Man.
Dear Woman Jaguar. Dear Woman Jaguar Man.
Occupied territory of Yanomanosovise.
Nice.
My maternal lineage is of the Azteca and Chichimeca peoples. My ancestral territory runs from southern Guanajuato up through Texas up to Pueblo territory in New Mexico. I grew up being told by my maternal grandfather we're Indio, but shh, we don't talk about it. It's not safe. My ancestral medicine practices hundreds and hundreds of years old, passed from mother to mother, were gifted to me and my sisters under the cloak of Catholicism by our mother for our protection. I don't speak Spanish because my mother was a child in an era where no Mexican signs were everywhere, and speaking Spanish at school earned you a beating from your teachers. For those of us with indigenous blood flowing in our veins, in particularly those of us who are Southern indigenous, it comes as no surprise that the city of San Antonio government would align itself with the genocidal agenda of the current administration as carried out by our modern-day Confederate Army American Gestapo through the targeting and kidnapping of our migrant relatives and anyone who would support the liberation of all peoples. My daughter currently lives in St. Paul, works in Minneapolis, lives in the daily reality of having her clients kidnapped at gunpoint from their healing sessions. I'm not speaking to any of you as politicians. As politicians, you are participants in the upholding of a system that centers and upholds white supremacy. As politicians, you would of course work with the police to kidnap and imprison Black and Native people, a job they've been doing with efficiency and zeal since the creation of the 13th Amendment and the police force. Instead, I speak to the siblings of this planet, this shared land, and this shared community. There is a famous quote in the ball where Naomi Shulman said it, "Nice people make the best Nazis." My mom grew up next to her. They got along, looked to everybody, and focused on happier things in politics. They were lovely people who turned their heads as their neighbors were dragged away. You know who weren't nice people? Resistance. You're the leaders of this community. So lead, not with what is legal, but with what is right.
Meg Loomis and Deborah Shane, you're next. Please line up.
Oh shit. Oh wow. What did you say? Let that loony bitch go? I don't know.
SCP's cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. Firstly, programs like the 287 agreements were expanded under the Trump administration. In my viewpoint, the outcome proposed
Where did that moody bitch go? Or
growing
loony bitch?
immigration enforcement and consolidate federal power. Although I'm aware that counties are the ones who sign ASAP agreements and not specifically the SCPD. Partnering local police with ICE does not make our community safer. It erodes community trust and leads to racial profiling and civil rights abuses. When immigrants and communities of color are afraid that any interaction with police could lead to detention or deportation, they stop reporting crimes, stop asking for help, and disengage entirely. ICE's mission is truly public safety. We must ask why enforcement so often targets people of color and marginalized communities, and why detentions are carried out with mass officers, use of excessive force, and intimidation. In turn, the conditions inside ICE detention facilities are well documented. Overcrowding, unsanitary conditions, denial of proper medical care, and restrictions on religious.
Y'all can play with these trolls. I don't care. You don't have to kick them out. Y'all can keep playing with them.
Actively block human rights organizations from documenting these abuses should concern us all. ICE does not just harm immigrants, they violate the rights of citizens and non-citizens alike, right along with the fear being instilled in our communities. I want to bring this around to the real human impact these policies have by naming one person, Lecca Cordia, who is currently detained at the Prairie Land Detention Facility here in Texas. She herself has described having 4 private cells, sleeping on concrete, and been denied halal food and basic religious accommodations. Lecca was born in Jerusalem under occupation and has already endured immense loss and violence throughout her life. Her continued detention under inhumane conditions is unjust. This isn't simply about whether ACBD should cooperate with ICE, whether that cooperation aligns with San Antonio's values and the commitment to public
Let's scooch over. You want to scooch over for them?
Is this who we want to be, and is this the future we are willing to accept? My answer is a resolute no, and I really hope all the members do.
You can submit the rest of your opportunity. Deborah Shane, Mike Everett, Brandon Waterman will follow. Deborah Shane, you're go ahead.
Greetings, Mayor Ortiz. I voted for you, and I'm here to ask you to do more. We are in for a long haul. We need to start supplying, start stocking up now. I would also like to address something specific. A mayor's office, let me clarify, I tried for 3 months to get a hold of your office. I was able to make 3 contacts, and that was it in 3 months. So I'd like to remind you, a mayor's office exists to serve the people and is fundamentally unprofessional when that office cannot even be staffed to receive information from constituents. This is not about politics or personality. It is about basic governance. When a resident takes the time to call, write, or show up, they deserve to be heard, documented, and responded to. An empty or inaccessible office sends a clear message that public input is optional. It is not. Listening is not courtesy. It is a duty. Accountability begins with availability, and leadership begins with showing up. Thank you. Now, I would like to address SB 4 and 8 with the remainder of my time. It is in direct conflict with federal law. Federal Preemption Supremacy Clause, Article 4. It conflicts with the U.S. Constitution. It suspends habeas corpus. It foreign affairs doctrine. I am a layman, and I can look up law that contradicts these bills. I learned my love for the world from him, Judge Leonard, and Judge Woods.
Sam, your time is up. You can submit your comments for the record.
I'm dead. He said, "Man, your time is up. Get the fuck."
Mike Everett, Brandon Waterman. Mike Everett. Brandon Waterman.
Thank you all for working so hard. You did a really good job of telling us how you have the First Amendment right to speak about things, and it must be really difficult to not use it. Sit there silently. I attempted to see if any of you had spoken about ICE, and all I saw was re-elect me pages, redundant re-elect me pages, still concerned about potholes. But first of all, the hardest working person is whoever Mr. White is texting. Thank you.
Oh shit! Yeah! Put your phone down! Whoever he's texting, he said whoever he's texting must be important.
There's been a lot of the word legal, and you're right, we do have a legal system, we don't have a justice system.
He said whoever's important, whoever Mr. Waters is texting must be very important.
There is not a single regime that has not been built on routine local police work. I want to repeat that. If you look at Italy, Germany, America, the big king, not a single regime has been built without the explicit permission granted, assistance provided from local police.
He was on his phone last time. Last time he had a fucking sandwich in his hand. One of them had a baby.
Local population. You didn't even need to remove them before they became compliant. Nazi Germany, before it took over, utilized local police. They put a law in place to remove anyone who didn't abide by it. Unnecessary. Didn't need it. They all abided and were complicit. That is what we're facing here. It's a story time and time again, and also I just want to mention real quick to the commissioner, men in suits protect boys in suits. And as a veteran, you're pathetic and shameful.
Oh, yes.
Katie Scott. Ariana Rodriguez.
Awesome, man.
She'll be followed by Matilda Miller and Miles Lopez.
I'm nervous someone's gonna get up there and say something stupid. That's why I'm shaking.
Keith Porter, Renee Nicole Good,
I'm done.
Garcia Medina, Jose Castro Rivera. These are just some of the names of people who have been killed by ICE this year and last year. 2025 was ICE's deadliest year in 2 decades. The city of San Antonio cannot and should not work with ICE because it will only lead to more death and harm. In the city of Minnesota, a 5-year-old named Liam was taken out of school and placed in a detention center in Texas.
No, that's what I'm worried about, Bunny.
Council who say, well, legally,
because they are outside.
This or that. Legality does not equal mortality. Enslaving people used to be legal. In 20 years, when your kids ask you what you did when Gestapo came to town, what will you say? Will you say that you worked with them, that you helped kidnap our neighbors, that you helped them terrorize our communities?
Miles Lopez, followed by April Jones. Please line up.
Anna Lovely is giving me her time as well to speak. Let's be.
Give me 1 second.
Anna Lovely.
Yeah, they're outside. I have video of that. I'll post it later.
You were telling me I should. Let's be clear about what ICE is. ICE is not an organization that operates under the law. They routinely violate the law and were literally
You gonna try and get closer?
to do so by Trump and his
You
cabinet.
gonna try and get closer?
They don't even abide by traffic laws. If you are someone who thinks an immigration enforcement agency should exist, ICE is not that. ICE does not abide by any sense of morals or regard for the people of this country. ICE does not, or ICE is staffed by no white supremacists. This is not conjecture. We have names from DHS whistleblowers. ICE is every single day violating people's rights by demanding papers for simply being in the wrong place and the wrong race at the wrong time. They are assaulting people who protest or even just observe them. They are targeting people simply for being in their vicinity. They are detaining people without warrants, which is called kidnapping, and they are straight up murdering people in the streets on video with impunity. ICE is not going after criminals. They are taking people from their schools and from their legal immigration hearings. Here in San Antonio, the San Pedro incident, they detained 140 people at a food truck park and only charged 2 of them with a hate crime. ICE is the tool that Trump is using to attempt to ethnically cleanse the United States. And terrorist organization. During the recess, just now, we had a guy in an ICE hat that was literally trying to intimidate people. But who knows if he even was ICE?
Yeah, where is he?
They apparently don't have to identify themselves like every other organization. You cannot pretend that we are discussing cooperation with a lawful federal agency. There is no executive order or legislation that could be passed that could compel you to cooperate with Al-Qaeda, and ICE and DHS are not following the law. And in order for you to follow the law, you must take action against them or be complicit in their crimes. They should not get 1 ounce of cooperation. I am extremely proud of the people of this community for standing together against these thugs. It should not be random people putting themselves in danger to protect their neighbors. It should be all of you. I know that that's a scary idea. I know that's why you're having this session at 1 p.m. on a weekday.
Write a speech, Mandy. Write a speech.
But you cannot let fear rule you. Trust me, I know it's terrifying. I'm terrified right now. ICE might be taking down the names of the speakers here. But you know who's more scared than any of us are the people who aren't here. There are neighbors who are worried ICE will...
Exactly.
By ICE agents camped outside their schools, that they or their children will be shipped off to a foreign gulag or even one of our local Texas ICE gulags, like little 5-year-old Liam from Minneapolis.
Everybody in this chat, y'all connect with each other. We're gonna need each other. Y'all connect with each other. It doesn't matter if you're not in the same state.
Facilities within San Antonio city limits right now, and you can stop that. In spite of the danger and the fear that these people engender, I see folks in this community pushing back, putting themselves in harm's way to protect their community, and they have less power than you. You have an obligation to protect the people of this city, to follow the law and the Constitution. That remains true, even when the federal and state government break the law and fail in their duty and turn on the people like they are doing now. So if you don't have the backbone, you shouldn't have taken the job.
Yes, follow Joking. Joking's amazing. Y'all follow each other.
They have every racial, ethnic, and gender minority, every dissenter, every poor person, every disabled person who can't be exploited for profit in our crosshairs. We won't be spared the worst of it just because this is a red state. Eventually, they will work their way up to you. An ICE agent could shoot you, Mayor Jones, right now, and they would have a segment on Fox News tonight saying that you deserved it because you're gay.
Exactly! Yeah! Suck it! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Fuck yeah, you're awesome.
Cheryl Gonzalez and Joriel Isabella.
ICE meeting.
April, Cheryl, Joriel. Please line up.
You see she wants to go.
You're on the clock.
Hello, I'm here
Yeah,
today
you're on the
to
clock.
represent San Antonio Police Department's cooperation with ICE. I would like to express both my concern for the community and disappointment in city leadership. ICE has repeatedly demonstrated a pattern of violence, excessive force, and a lack of accountability. This has been fear, uncertainty, and trauma for those in our community.
We should not be having a discussion about cooperating with ICE. Instead, you should all be denouncing ICE and their fear-based tactics, telling them to leave our city and our communities alone. Speaking out against what is happening is the absolute least you could do. They're going into private homes and businesses, as well as hospitals, schools, and places of worship. Places that should be a sanctuary for those in need.
I was able to slap hands.
A sanctuary for the citizens of the city to feel safe. When will it be enough? We do not need empty platitudes. We need action. We need to hold ICE accountable for terrorizing the people of the city and stand in solidarity with residents of San Antonio who are committed to protecting our immigrant.
No, I'm good here. Thank you.
To everyone here, if you are an educator or an administrator, you need to protect your students. All doctors, nurses, and hospital staff need to protect your patients, and all religious leaders should protect your congregations. Everyone
She just
listening
went to the
needs continue
restroom.
standing up, keep recording, stay educated,
I'll ask them.
know your rights, check in on your neighbors, do not give up, and do not give in. Thank you.
Yes, y'all follow each other, take care of each other.
You're able, thank you. Cheryl Gonzalez, followed by Joriel Isabella Velez.
2 more minutes.
And Johnny Rivers.
Thank you, Lisa. Oh, here's a guy.
Right. So this is my first time ever doing something like this, right? And I saw these funds having to come out and speak. I'm one of those community members that go out in my community and not just talk about it, but be about it. I'm boots on the ground, and I work with immigrants that are hiding. I used to think that you had to be a criminal to go to prison, but that's what our immigrant families are facing right now. Barricading themselves, scared, going without eating for 2 weeks. How do I know this? Because I work with other organizations. I am part of LULAC and with Talk, and I know I go out there in my community and they speak to me and they tell me I'm scared. Not only am I speaking for my community, but I'm speaking for my family too. As a person of color, brown, my children and grandchildren have came to me and said, what are we facing next? Are we going to be deported as citizens? And Gina, yes, I'm talking to you too. All right? Remember, we put you in these seats, and we're asking for your help. Just like we put you there, we won't vote you out. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Council. My name is Doria Isabella, and I'm a student at UTSA, as well as a resident of District 6. I'm one of many countless young adults in not only the city of San Antonio, but the entirety of the United States of America that feel powerless in this dark, horrifying time. I've come to speak today to offer my thoughts on the presence of ICE in our beloved city. I'd first like to begin my comments with an acknowledgement and respect to those whose lives were viciously stolen by ICE in recent times. Somebody already said that 2025 was ICE's deadliest year in the last 20 years.
Let's not
San Antonio is a city rich in love and culture. And I had the privilege to move here at 6 months old from the Philippines with my strong immigrant mother who fought for her citizenship and to live with an amazing, loving family. As a young Chicana Filipino woman, I cannot begin to express the horror that I feel when I read these headlines every single morning. My black and brown sisters and brothers, my immigrant siblings, and the allies that believe in our right to exist in peace are in fear. Children in school arrive every day with the possibility lingering in their developing minds that today could be the day that they are kidnapped from school premises by the government for simply being from elsewhere. Teens go to school haunted by the thought by their parents potentially being in the wrong space, in the wrong place, at the wrong time, by the wrong people, in the wrong uniforms. The reality, Council, is that the ever-growing list of names of individuals who have died or disappeared by the hands of these domestic terrorists, I find mass, and ICE Match Fest has presented with our names, my name, my parents, my friends and family, your names, other people and pillars in our community. I understand that as officials, you and your colleagues must abide by certain laws, but if they want us to do things the right way, I suggest that they begin to do that as well. Thank you.
Ryan Worse, please line up.
Good afternoon, Council. I am a proud constituent of District 1, and I'm here to talk about the involvement of ICE and the collaboration between police. For context, San Antonio is the largest city in the U.S. where Hispanics make up the majority of the population. Minnesota, 7%. San Antonio, 64%. If we use that as a barometer, what does that say about the expectation of ICE here in our city? Immigration enforcement policies that disproportionately affect Hispanic communities will be felt here tenfold. The narrative that we cannot
No, I'm not speaking today.
is to perpetuate the narrative that ICE is only apprehending the worst criminals.
There's a line wrapped around the building.
To add to that, just going off of the presentation that we saw from our police department, there's no verification.
I don't know if y'all can hear the drumming outside. We have a lot of coalitions
not
outside.
verifying these documents or who they're going to be apprehending. How are we supposed to know if they're going to stand to defend our civil rights or to just apprehend us and hand us over to ICE? It is their job to take a stand and yours to let them know that they can take a stand against ICE. I'm proud to say that San Antonio was one of the cities that stood up against SB 4. And what happened as a result? We got fined $300,000. Take that money again. None of you had to go to an ICE detention camp. I saw a lot of energy and excitement when some of you were asking us to support a new arena for the Spurs. I don't see that enthusiasm now.
Yeah, no shit.
To support a new arena, but none to defend us against ICE. Thank you.
Yes. Good point.
Ryan Worse, Noah Collins, Rob Sakal.
Hi, my name is Sophia Rios and I reside in District 1. I'm here to voice concern of increased ICE presence in the city. We are urging the City Council to speak against ICE in our home and take stands on disallowing them to act upon their terror. Our neighbors are unlawfully getting dragged out of their homes and kidnapped by federal agents you allowed to run rampant in our neighborhoods. San Antonio tours a globe of 37.65 million visitors, boosting the economy with $21.5 billion impacting 2023. And I'm only saying that because I know how money runs things. It is vital now to all council members work up a plan to adopt a policy similar to Austin's Freedom City policies that offer some sort of protection to our targeted community members. And to our community, please show up for your neighbors and take action upon yourselves to offer support during this time.
Ryan Worse. Followed by Noah Collins and Rob Sakal. You're Noah. Okay.
Agitator. There's
Noah, Rob
agitators.
Sakal, and then
Look
James.
at this guy in ICE. Look at this guy. He's with ICE. You wanna remove him? You wanna remove him?
We can't.
Remove him! Remove him! Remove him!
Get him out!
Remove him!
Get him out!
Remove him! Thank you, sir. Oh, you saw that? SFPD just said thank you, sir. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Yeah, you just said thank you, sir. They're not cooperating with ICE. Another agitator. Another agitator. I am son of a bitch.
Fuck you too, sir.
Order.
Fuck you too. Get out.
Please take your seats.
Look at him. Look at him. Look at him.
Order.
Fucking, oh fuck, I'm shaking.
We're not gonna be intimidated.
Noah,
It's that fucking guy with the cap, the ice cap.
please line up. Go ahead.
I don't have like a speech prepared or anything. My first time doing something like this, so I'm definitely
Who's his wife? Who's his wife?
I think we've all seen, the murders on television.
Fucking hell. Oh, I'm shaking. I'm fucking shaking.
A lot of them are getting shipped here to Texas.
I got that motherfucker on camera. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
It's unjust.
Not you, sorry.
Morally corrupt. And
I'm gonna get arrested.
And I think I also speak for probably a lot of the people who are against ISIS.
Yeah, I am. I will. Lisa.
So I think it comes as no surprise that two morally corrupt probably want to work together. In fact, the Texas government wants to give cops more money if they work with ICE. They're already overfunded. I'm speaking about the police here. They're already overfunded. Schools are closing.
I will. I got a lot of editing tonight.
People are dying of concentration.
What time is it?
I really, really hope, God willing,
Bobby, text me 1529, please.
members can maybe come together and make something of this. But I'm also not hopeful of that. And I look out to all the people who are here, and that's where my hope is. Yes. It's in the community. Even people who aren't immigrants are scared. I delivered groceries to a family who's terrified to go outside. That's not right. People should be okay to go outside and buy the really expensive groceries. God willing, but we're scared. And I'm sorry to say this, but sometimes these elected officials aren't going to be the people who are going to do something. So go out to local organizations, go out to your community members.
Yes. Oh, these are people that have been walking back and forth, going to the restroom, etc.
City attorney is here because we're going to need him in the years to come. I was just told by our city manager to be quiet when I asked him to please pay attention to the person speaking. I was told by someone sitting behind Officer McManus that you people are always violent, putting me in some category. The gentleman with an ice hat told all of us he was going to call ICE to our houses, asking for our name and address outside of this building. As leaders of the city, Misty, I'm in your district, I voted for you. Please take a leadership position. My speech today. My name is Rob. I attended Eisenhower Middle School, Churchill High School, and the University of Texas in San Antonio. I live here today. I'm a business owner. I'm an investor in this city. My stake in San Antonio is local, long-term, and personal. I, like many Texans, take the Constitution seriously. Not as a slogan, but as limits on governmental power. This is as Texan as it can be. I'm here about Agenda 1, as most people are, SAPD cooperation with federal agencies, specifically immigration enforcement, which is a far-fetched to call them officers the way we call our officers. What we're seeing right now, nationally, is immigration enforcement that increasingly disregards that principle. People are detained without judicial warrants, are seized without individual probable cause. This is a fact. It is being played out in our federal courts.
Can you do me a favor?
The Constitution guarantees due process to all.
Can you get his badge number? Because if I look back there, in a little while, just like if we get a chance to get a badge number. It's the one that was standing at the door, at the corner by the door, by the wall. He's a little guy? Yeah, the little one.
We are taught to distrust unaccountable government power. The First Amendment violations occur when people are intimidated for speaking. Fourth Amendment, when they're detained without warrants and individualized cause. Fifth, when people lose their freedom without a judge and an order. And the 14th will apply to local governments, which are beyond pardon of this president, if you cooperate in breaking these other
Exactly. As you just said, you're right. 848, 848, 848. Badge number 848. Stamp time 1532. 848. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Chelsea Sanchez. The people who support ICE are afraid of criminals threatening their way of life, but only a pitiful fraction of those detained have any criminal record, let alone a violent one. but under the Trump administration,
Thank you,
people in
Tara.
this country have been denied their First, Fourth, Fifth, and Sixth Amendment rights at the hands of ICE, among others. All people in this country, regardless of how they got here and what languages they speak, have the right to protection from search and seizure without a warrant, a signed judicial warrant. State law has required that the participation of our law enforcement.
For those of y'all that know me now, you can see why I'm crazy.
Will SAPD accompany ICE to check their warranted
We do not fuck
Will they
around.
protect legal observers and nonviolent protesters? Will they hold ICE accountable to the law? Entering the U.S. illegally is a misdemeanor. The penalty is a fine, yet those detained by ICE face lawless barbarity, starvation, rape, and murder in centers where lawmakers are consistently refused access to verify humane conditions. So I want to ask ICE supporters to think about this. Anne Frank was a citizen before Nazi Germany decided she wasn't. Venezuelans here had protected status before the Trump administration decided they didn't. And they already welcomed the idea of revoking the citizenship of people who disagree with them. Fascists demonize and dehumanize a specific group of people until they think they can get away with disposing of them.
Yep.
And then they move on to the next group.
Yep.
So regardless of the city's decision, regardless of state law, we know that the only individuals who collaborate with ICE are a danger to our safety and not here to serve and protect us. If the police union can defend officers that feed our homeless turd sandwiches, they can defend officers who uphold our constitutional rights. Courtney and Ian Lewis and Mackenzie Winters, please line up.
All right. Good afternoon, Mayor and council members. My name is Courtney Head. I'm a San Antonio resident in District 1 and a mother and also a candidate.
Pausing 10 seconds. I gotta clear some windows.
Justification for the level of ICE cooperation in our city. San Antonio has a population of roughly 1.5 million people with an estimated undocumented population of 100,000. That is roughly 7 in 100 people. This is not an emergency, it is not a surge, it is a long-standing, stable population that is already a part of the city's workforce, economy, they're our neighbors and friends. Texas law does require a certain level of cooperation. However, the Texas law does not require cities to exceed what is necessary. It requires cities to it does not require cities to proactively assist, coordinate, or volunteer local resources beyond minimum compliance. We need to be honest about what is actually happening here. Modern immigration enforcement in this country did not evolve as a neutral public safety system. It expanded historically to control who was allowed to belong and to maintain a European white population. That context matters because over-enforcement today still disproportionately targets the same minority communities. Given the actual numbers in San Antonio, the question is not whether the city can comply with Texas law, the question is why the city continues to over-comply. San Antonio is not legally required to initiate contact with ICE. It is not required to notify beyond mandated circumstances. All those choices have predictable outcomes. When people are afraid of ICE, they avoid local law enforcement, they avoid city services, they avoid civic life. It makes everyone less safe. I'm telling you plainly that laws that pressure cities to over-compliance are bad policy. Until those laws change, the city still retains the responsibility to protect the community's stability and public trust. Thank you.
Ian Lewis, held by Mackenzie Winters and Warren Coons.
Hello, my name is Ian Lewis. I'm from District 7. San Antonio Police Department cannot cooperate with ICE. We've already seen videos from across America where ICE targets people indiscriminately. Black, white, Hispanic, but especially accosting people with accents who speak Spanish who don't look like me. Sorry. Protesters causing one to lose their eye permanently. So maced and gassed children, they have dragged pregnant women, they've gone after the sick and the disabled, and they're responsible for dozens of deaths already, with at least 2 homicides. I have a teenage sister who is Hispanic. I can't fathom her being kidnapped by these people. And if anything were to happen to her, there would be hell to pay.
Yes, yes.
This administration is lawless and unethical, and they have communicated ultra-nationalist white supremacist ideas. American supremacy, defend the homeland, we'll have our home again. If you didn't know, we'll have our home again is a song used by white supremacist groups in America. Cooperation means supporting these actions and ideals. And we don't want to communicate that to our city, to our Latino community. I'm not an idiot. I understand that the law compels us to cooperate, but we have to minimize it. We have to protect the people here. Thank you.
Andy, please clarify. I know your presentation, but it may have been lost. Clarify that all of the support that the city has provided when it comes to immigration enforcement has been at the request of federal authorities.
That's probably more a question for Eric to answer here. Yes, ma'am. That's probably more a question for Eric to answer here. Yes, ma'am.
Mayor, like you, I'm a member of the LGBTQ community. As my Hispanic wife, we've seen them pull people out of cars, heard on their cameras recording when people told them, hey, I have an identification, I am a citizen, and told, I don't care. Up until last year, I had owned a weapon for 30 years. And now because of this fear, because of the fear of who's next, especially those of us who we know that they've been called terrorists just because of what we believe, because of who we love. So when they start violating our Fourth Amendment rights,
we use our 2A.
Y'all are actually, in addition to just being present, but that's a have-along. I would hope that y'all would actually enforce our Fourth Amendment rights, and if you don't, then I hope you'll also stand aside when we exercise our Second.
Yes! Yes!
So Warren Coons, followed by Box Rose, and then Aubrey Rankman, please line up.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council members. My name is Warren Coons. I live here in San Antonio. Thank you for the opportunity to speak tonight. I'd like to talk about ICE operations in our facility and what San Antonio should and shouldn't be able to absorb, enable, normalize, and use an excuse. One of the huge issues that we have here is our SAPD officers are trained to meet golden standard. 1,300 hours as advertised. ICE, meanwhile, there is no clarification on what their training is and what it is on, and we are seeing massive.
They have no training.
Massive issues of violence against members, destroying their constitutional rights.
Oh shit, she's next. Oh shit, she's next.
When citizens become prey for the government, we have issues with people coming forth, seeking help. Everyone gets more tense.
A friend of mine.
They become angry. That's why San Antonio needs boundaries We need transparency. We need.
He's fucking mad.
You got this.
We need transparency. We need to say exactly what ICE is doing, what they're doing with our SAPD officers to make sure our citizens aren't being violated in any way, shape, and form, killed or maimed.
Please line up.
Okay, so there's a slight rhetoric problem with my speech, but I think my message still stands. So I'm going to read it as I wrote it, but I wrote 287G agreement. What I really meant was SAPD working with ICE. Okay. I strongly oppose the proposed 287G agreement between San Antonio Police Department and the United States Immigration and Customs Enforcement ICE, because TPS and Balcones ICE PD and the other agencies with 287Gs already have enough resources available. Between state troopers, flock cameras, Balcones PD, and surveillance staff preying on the people of color, it's making the streets of San Antonio feel like the inside of a real-life panopticonic prison facility. With all these tools available at ICE's disposal and more, what benefits does working with SAPD truly provide, except more militarization and money? If SAPD is allowed to work with ICE, what pieces of Texas policy will be geared towards keeping marginalized and oppressed people safe? Because as it stands, Texas policy is intent on ensuring the marginalized community continues to be oppressed and persistent in instilling fear and distrust. If ICE and SAPD work together, it will only perpetuate systemic injustices faced by the marginalized communities. I know that it's incentivized by salary increases in SAPD and ICE working immigration enforcement and law enforcement, and even bigger budget and more access to tools, again, for what? They have not been proven to be effective in anything other than terrorizing people. There are no statistics showing that these operations aid community. Project Lone Star, gentrification, and the existing 287G agreements has led to the deliberate erosion of cultural life and systemic dismantling of the traditions, spaces, and autonomy of the people of color, and in their place is privatization and surveillance. I urge the City Council to prioritize the safety, well-being, and the dignity of our community members, rejecting this agreement and exploring alternative solutions that prioritize community-led initiatives.
You did good.
Yes, my name is Aubrey Reisman. I would just like to say that I do hope that this city and the SAPD, I hope that we really do consider and cease immediately all interaction and cooperation with ICE.
Yeah, she did.
I'll leave the rest of my time for other people, but I'd like to remind you what is across the street in front of City Hall. A monument stands and it says, "In recognition of the Hispanic in Texas, who through their pride and struggle have kept alive the heartbeat of Mexico-Texas motherland, and in doing so, have become an integral part of the culture and character of this proud state."
Followed by Jonathan Gonzalez and Josh Marshowitz.
Hello, council members, and hello, fellow mayor. My name is Shalene Ochoa. I'm Miss Teen South Texas. I'm a student at St. Mary's University studying political science and history. I live in District 6, and although I'm not originally from San Antonio, I moved here for school, but I stayed because I love this city, and I love our community. I rise today in firm opposition to the expansion of collaboration between local police and ICE. Let us name this honestly. Policies like this are not neutral. They are born from fear. And fear, when written into policy, becomes hatred towards our communities. They tell immigrants that their presence is a threat, that their lives are disposable, and that safety is not meant for them.
San Antonio is an immigrant city, and it always has been. We repeat, never forget the Alamo as a slogan of pride, but memory without truth is empty. We remember the laws, yet forget the hands that raised them. We remember the battle, yet we erase the people. Mexican, indigenous, and immigrant whose labor, blood, and survival built this city long before it was governed such as chambers such as this one. You cannot celebrate San Antonio's history while criminalizing the people who created it. They become silent. Victims stop calling 911. Witnesses stop coming forward. Parents fear a traffic stop more than the crime itself. That is not public safety. That is enforced fear. Right. Local law enforcement exists to protect communities, not to police identity or immigration status. Blurring that line destroys trust. And without trust, there is no safety, only suspicion.
You can submit the rest of your comments for the record. Thank you.
May I just say this one thing? Although I'm not originally from San Antonio, I chose this city. And to all of you guys who swore an oath to do what's best for San Antonio, I ask you to choose it today. Choose its people, choose its history, choose its future. Thank you.
And then Laura Marshall.
Good afternoon, City Council. My name is John Gonzalez, and I am here because, like men, I aim to remind the Council that the cooperation between SAPD and ICE is not in the best interest of the city and does nothing short of endangering the lives of its citizens. ICE is not targeting criminals. ICE agents wait outside of schools, raid housing developments off Potranco and 211, and rip families outside immigration courts, regardless of status quo. We also know ICE is illegally kidnapping individuals. ICE still has not returned a plane of deportees that left to El Salvador, even though a judge declared the plane to seize operations. ICE is protecting the law and its inquiry, and SAPD and this council must not be further complicit. We have seen partnerships between PDs and ICE in many cities and municipalities, some here. Balcones Heights, the stretch along 410, has a 287G agreement with its police department acting as ICE agents. I went to several businesses in that area, reminding folks of their quickly diminishing rights and the situation. Many are scared to enter the Target parking lot to go to work at Wonderland's Mall. Some have avoided the area entirely and reminded their loved ones to do the same. The area will continue to lose business, but more importantly, the PD will continue to lose valuable 911 calls as individuals feel prosecution. ICE is attempting to use administration warrants to circumvent many individual liberties. In a leaked memo, it reveals that ICE wants to use these warrants to enter houses, something which has always relied on a judicial warrant. So tell me, will you have Chief McManus help take our doors down? The issue with any judicial warrant. So tell me, will you have Chief McManus help take our doors down? The issue with any liberties is that so they are always met with resistance. It is clear, families and communities in the city is that so they are always met with resistance. It is clear, families and communities in the city must organize and resist. The fact that this even requires nobody, including the boys and boys with all the knowledge of the law, are coming to save us. Miss Mayor Ortiz, you said we had to save the sidewalk because, well...
So your time is up.
We had to be
you can send the rest of your comments.
What are we waiting for?
Yes, ICE is raiding here.
How many people need to get shot before you decide where you stand?
Yeah!
Yes.
How many children need to be pepper sprayed and taken away from their families before you decide where you stand?
Exactly.
How many people need to be beaten and detained illegally before you decide? Do you only decide when they come for your family?
You're on a VPN. Don't worry about no TikTok shop here.
For you or your fellow officials?
There is no oversight in ICE detention centers. Do you even truly know what goes on in there? How many need to die at the hands of ICE before we stand up and say it's enough? Today is that day. As officials of the law, we the people trust you to serve and protect us. We trust you to do the right thing and keep the people of our city safe. Terrible things are happening outside. At any time, night and day, poor helpless people are being dragged out of their homes.
And Frank.
Families torn apart. Men, women, and children separated. Does that sound familiar?
And Frank.
That is a direct quote from Anne Frank's diary. Do you want to side with the people enacting this type of behavior? Their actions are illegal, immoral, and unethical. There is no oversight from the federal government. The people of San Antonio are alone in this fight. We do not have to be. You have the power to stand with your fellow citizens and say enough. You have the power to be the heroes we trust you to be. We know you believe in justice, law, and morality. Please do not let us down. Do not give in to hopelessness. Do not convince yourself that you are just following orders. Fight for honor. Fight for justice. Fight for your family. And fight for our city. Be the heroes we trust you to be. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Laura, and I'm a resident of District 7. For the past 6 months, I've been involved in community outreach and mutual aid efforts, working to inform neighbors of their rights as ICE enforcement, suspicion, and fear escalate in our city. In the 1 year since Trump took office, we've been asked to accept masked federal agents who will not identify themselves, ripping people out of cars, forcing people to prove their citizenship, disregarding their answer. We have been asked to accept that ICE agents will show up in an elementary school, take parents. We've been asked to accept the violence that people like Trump and Stephen Miller encourage. Multiple people dead in the detention centers, including recently in El Paso. In 1 year, the needle has moved so dramatically that I would not have believed you if you told me this 2 years ago. That's what we'd be dealing with now. This is not business as usual. ICE is not operating transparently, lawfully, or respecting our constitutional rights. This is how authoritarianism takes hold even in America. The people in charge will vilify a group of people, violate their rights, and the public accepts it. Then they expand it to people with a little bit stronger rights, like birthright citizenship or people who sought asylum. The goal is to strip away the rights from the most vulnerable people and work your way up until the Constitution no longer applies. The American public and the city of San Antonio can stop this from happening. I am calling on the city of San Antonio to refuse collaboration with ICE in the name of preserving constitutional rights for all citizens. I asked the city council, where is your line? What are y'all going to do about the rise of authoritarianism in this country? Do not collaborate with ICE.
And then Maria Solis Kennedy.
Hi, I'm Catherine. I'm a D2 resident, used to be a D7 resident. 5 of the people on council took endorsements from the same police union that sued the city over SB 4 years. That's awful, right? I'm here to talk about the same things that many of the people before me have raised as concerns about the city's collaboration with ICE and SAP's collaboration with ICE. Y'all should not escalate collaboration with ICE, and you should be ready to defend the community. That looks like when your constituents are detained by ICE, when they're placed in immigrant detention, following up with them, finding where they're held, offering them legal resources, not letting them disappear in the system. I suspect that the federal and state fascist governments are going to try and escalate y'all's ability, I'm nervous. The state and federal governments are probably going to target local governments that do not preemptively collaborate with ICE. They may try and withhold funding from you. They may try and sue y'all. They may take you against legal action. And you need to be ready to face those consequences and come up with a plan that does not look like selling out our community members. Just as satisfying. Yes! And the state prices and the U.S. government. Thank you for your time.
Laura Rios Ramirez, Maria Solis Kennedy, Maria Solis Kennedy, Anthony Lucio, Claire Lewis,
I'll take a spot.
Amador Salazar, okay. Followed by Alejandra Lopez and Angel Hinojosa.
Hey everyone, my name is Amador. I'm a District 1
Are they
resident.
really?
I'm the co-chair of the San Antonio Democratic Socialists of America, and I I'll just start by saying I think it's
Give me
nice
1
that
minute. I'm gonna do a boost. I need to boost my phone and clear out some software. Give me 1 minute. I'll be right back.
So at